Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen and I'm a dyslexic here to help other dyslexics and their parents. Today we are going to be covering what is dyslexia and why I started Dyslexic Labs. So if you want this information, let's get into the video. What is dyslexia? Dyslexia is a neurological disorder that affects how people read, write, and spell, and sometimes talk. With that, this is something you are born with and you have your entire life. It will not go away. It changes as you get older, but it is something you will have your entire life. And so through lots of research, I have figured out that it is how we process information in the brain. Most people read, write, and spell on the left side of the brain, and dyslexics read, write, and spell on the right side of the brain. We can learn how to rewire our brain and process the information in the correct place, but it takes a lot of direct, systematic instruction to do that. And with the more severe dyslexics, that needs to happen as early as possible. Once you figure out they need to be put in a specialized reading program. The best one here in the United States that we found is Orton-Gillingham. And so that is a research-based one, and there have been several reading programs that have come out using the foundation that they created. And so some of those are Wilson, then just Orton-Gillingham Academy, or Barton. Barton is another big one. And so there are several out there on the market, and I would recommend enrolling your child in that or figuring out how to do it yourself. I believe Barton has a way that you can do it with your child. I know the books are expensive, but it was very, very much needed, and I totally believe in it because that was the only way I was able to learn how to read. The other thing is dyslexia is very genetic. There are so many dyslexics in my family. I know it runs in the family. My mom has it. I have it. My sister has it. It's too early to tell if my daughter has it, but we are watching her. So that is dyslexia. So I also wanted to cover today the 3 reasons why I started Dyslexic Labs. So the first one is I hate seeing other dyslexics suffer the way I did. I remember growing up and being the only one that didn't understand the information in the class, and it was just heartbreaking. I would just sit there, and since I've become a special education teacher, I watch other kids suffer through, and it just breaks my heart because I was them. I understand. It is so hard to watch somebody else suffer. And that's why I want to do this, is to help parents find the solutions they need as quickly as possible. The other reason I started this is because as a special education teacher, I watched parents struggle and not understand the evaluation process. And I also watched them not understand the IEP process and just be lost. I remember one day I was sitting in a meeting, an IEP meeting, and I literally looked around the room and there were 15 of us, 15 people on the education side sitting in this room waiting on the meeting to start. And then there were 2 seats for the parents. Like, how overwhelming is that? And I remember just thinking, like, poor parents, somebody needs to do something to help them understand the IEP process. And so that is one of the big reasons I have started that. And I have lots of information and a training next week on the evaluation process. So if this is something that is if you're interested in, go ahead and click the link below and register for my free webinar. The other thing is the IEP process. It's just a lot, and you need to understand the process. And so I have information for you on that, and that is also on my website. So go ahead and check it out at dyslexiclabs.com. The third reason I started this is I am scared that my daughter might be dyslexic. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all, because dyslexia made me who I am, and I'm very grateful for that. It was a struggle. I did not like it when I was in elementary school or high school or in college. I struggled. But since learning all the advantages, I've definitely embraced it. But I also want to learn all of the resources that are out there to help her and intervene as quickly as possible. And with doing all that research for early interventions and everything I'm learning, I don't want to keep that information to myself because it's so valuable. I want to share it with parents. And so I have talked to so many that are just overwhelmed and like, I don't even know where to start. And that is what I'm working on. I am working on coming up with a system for you to easily walk through it, to learn what dyslexia is, learn the brain, learn how a dyslexic brain functions, and what you have access to, and what are the best strategies that work for a dyslexic. And so I can't wait to share all of that information with you. So that's it for today. We covered what is dyslexia and why I started Dyslexic Labs. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next few weeks, I have more information about the evaluation process, IEP process, and more about dyslexia, and I can't wait to share that information. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.